What's good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today's conversation is going to be about how to beat addiction. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. SB23 on YouTube, Chosen123 on YouTube. Those are both my channels. You'll get these gems on both channels. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping by, hanging out with me, soaking up the knowledge, spreading it to whoever might need it. I'm hoping you're having a good day, and I'm sending love out your way. So, how to beat addiction. And it's kind of a trick like question, because you can't technically beat addiction because everybody has addictive personalities. We're all addicted to something in some sort of way, whether it be food or drugs or sex or drama or whatever the case may be. You got some sort of your phone. You got some sort of addiction to something. There's something that you have an unhealthy attachment to, and that's all that addiction is. You have an unhealthy, well, it doesn't have to be unhealthy, but addiction is when you're attached to something. You love it so much that you can't remove yourself from it. So in this scenario, it's not about beating the addiction. It's actually one of those cases to where if you can't beat them, you join them. You got to hear me out on this. I'm not saying that you double down on a negative addiction. The way to beat addiction is to switch whatever unhealthy addiction you have with a healthy one. Because again, we all have addictive tendencies to us in some sort of way. There's something that within your life that you are addicted to. I don't know nobody who isn't addicted to something within their life. There's something that you really love that it's hard for you to let go of. So understanding that you have that tendency, and we all do, which is why we shouldn't put each other down if we do have, let's say, an unhealthy addiction. The way to beat that is to switch out the unhealthy addiction for something that is healthy. So if you have a addiction to food, instead of eating garbage food and food that's not going to help with your health and you feeling good internally, period. Because when you eat junk food, you feel good. It might give you a good feeling in the moment, like it tastes good, but the after effect isn't good because it'll affect your weight, it'll affect your mood, it'll affect your energy too. So you switch out that unhealthy addiction that you have with maybe chips or like, snacks or whatever it is, and you switch it with something healthy. You take in more fruits and vegetables, you know what I'm saying? You eat cleaner. You switch out the negative addiction for something healthy. And it goes the same way with like drugs and alcohol. You can switch that out with a healthy addiction, like fitness, like being in the gym instead of doing drugs and overindulging in alcohol. Switch that out with going to the gym or being fit in whatever way you see fit to be fit. You know what I mean? If you're the type that like to go to the gym, then go to the gym. If the gym is not your thing, then find a way to find some sort of physical activities that's going to keep your mind off of wanting to get high or wanting to be drunk all day, and do something that's going to help you extend your life. You know what I'm saying? Extend your life and help you have a better quality of life in your everyday circumstances. So switch that out. You know what I'm saying? If you have same thing, like if you have a sexual addiction, you switch that out with something else. Again, the gym, or maybe you take up some sort of hobby or something like that you're interested in, and that way you can keep your mind off of that urge that you have physically to be giving yourself up so much energetically within that space. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it really comes down to. It's not something that is a hard concept to follow. Now, it is hard when you're addicted to something. It is hard to let it go. But again, if you can dial it back and start to implement other things into your life that are going to help you not only feel better internally, but actually live a better quality of life, then it's worth switching out that negative addiction for a positive one. So instead of being addicted to those things, be addicted to things that are healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? That are going to benefit you in the long run in your life, so that you can enjoy this experience that you're having, because we're all here for a set time, and you want to make the time that you're here quality. You don't want it to be a life full of misery and pain and torment. You want it to be the best quality that you can make it within your power. And since you have the power to make these choices, you want to make good choices instead of negative choices. You want to make much more positive choices for yourself than negative choices. And then when you make positive choices for yourself, it's going to trickle on to everybody that is surrounding you. So that's the message for today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you can't beat them, join them. But don't join them. Don't double down in the drugs, alcohol, sex, drama, whatever it is negatively that you're addicted to. Switch that negative addiction to a positive one, and double down on that. So yeah, if you had an addiction, you know, work on your body, work on your physical body, work on your mental health. You know, maybe read some books or something like that, or whatever you need to do, whatever it is that you can find yourself getting into that's positive, that'll help you in the long run and deter you away from your negative impulses that you have, because we all have them, and you have to find a way to overcome those, you know what I'm saying, so they don't take you down in life and have you vibrating on in a low state and not enjoying life the way that you want to. But that's the words of wisdom for today, y'all. I'm the big homie. I'm a holla.